So, today we're going to be talking about a really exciting topic, and that's about what actually gives you clarity, because I've had it wrong for so many years, and I think a lot of humans do have it a little bit mixed up, because what gives you clarity is a bit counterintuitive. Sorry, I'm posting something in the chat box because funny story, I already went live and partially through the live, the sound cut off. So the universe is giving me some challenges that are allowing me to embody what I'm sharing. So that's great. I'm grateful for that. And yeah, in this live, we'll be talking about what actually gives you clarity, and it's something that you wouldn't expect, and also some stories about how I've received clarity in my life that I'm sure that you can relate to and will help you receive more clarity and inspiration in your life. All right, let's do this. Take 2. Let's have some fun. All right. I don't know if this is you or has been you, but for a long time, years, I would sit around and I would either sit around on my couch or lay around in my bed, and I'd be like, okay, universe, I'm waiting. I'm ready for this inspiration. I'm ready for the clarity. And I was just waiting for it to hit me like a ton of bricks. And nothing would happen. I was so frustrated and stressed because the clarity and the inspiration wasn't coming, that it was like I was worse off even before I quit my job that I really disliked for a while. For a while, I was actually much more stuck and frustrated even after I quit that accounting job. And it's because waiting around and sitting around and waiting for that inspiration, that clarity to come, is not what is going to attract that to you. That's not the solution. And what the solution is pretty counterintuitive. It's to take action. Taking action, making choices, making decisions, and getting out of that thinking mind and into your body, into your intuition, and taking action, especially if that sparks fear. I'm going to be talking more about like sacred and inspired action, something that completely changed my life when I learned about it a little bit later. But I want to talk about maybe something that's coming up for you, and it's like, but what if I do the wrong thing? What if I'm not sure what I'm doing? What if I make a mistake? What if I take a wrong turn and it's the wrong decision? And the truth is, you can't make a wrong turn. You can't make a bad decision. This is live. You are joining live, my friend. Hopefully you can hear me. But yeah, there really is no wrong decision, wrong turn that you can make, because any action is going to lead you to where you want to be, and it's going to lead you closer to where you want to be. All right. And I want to give you some examples of some wrong turns that I thought that I made that actually led me to having more clarity and the power of what these seemingly wrong turns have when it comes to your life, and how they're really not wrong turns at all. You can't possibly make one. So obviously, used to be an accountant, and a few years into that, I was like, wow, this is really not what I want. It got me, in high school, I was like, yes, I'm good at accounting. This is what I can do. This is going to make my parents proud. This is going to help me have this stable, secure job, right? And then a few years into it, I'm like, God, this is not what I want. The key there, and it may seem like I made a wrong turn, right? A wrong turn. But what happens when we take action, even if it's not in the direction that we want to go, that polarity provides and creates clarity for us. And it's like, okay, well, maybe what I'm not experiencing in this job is actually something that I want. Like purpose, fulfillment, joy, excitement. That's what's something I want. So having that polarity in that accounting job really did give me clarity. And, now I feel really confident and excited about helping aspiring entrepreneurs make their first $1,000 in business so that they can get started. Hi, friends. Accounting? Yeah, it pays a good amount. Gosh, it does. It pays a good amount. But let's get on track. I'm getting a little sidetracked. So I feel confident and comfortable with what I'm doing right now and wanting to help aspiring entrepreneurs make their first $1,000 in business and get started, right? But I didn't receive that clarity from the get-go. I didn't receive that clarity as soon as I quit my job like 3 years ago. It's taken a lot of actions and it's taken a lot of decisions and choices to be able to get here. And, at first it was wanting to help people gain awareness in their life. And then it was wanting to help people be able to create video. I actually was 50% of the way through creating a course on helping humans be able to create and post videos because that's something that I'm familiar with. And then I was like, no, this just isn't it. And then it was wanting to help people manifest their dream job, right? Have a purposeful and fulfilling life. And I was like, but wait, I don't know how to manifest a dream job working for someone else. And then I was like, bam. It took a lot of action steps. It took a lot of supposed wrong turns for that inspiration and that clarity to come through, that I really want to help entrepreneurs, aspiring entrepreneurs. I really want to help people get started in their business. I really want to help them make their first $1,000 in business. Oh, I like this. 1 second. I have a friend, Jonathan, who's asking or saying something. Okay, so this is what he said. Your choice is going to be harder if the money is stable. A lot of people don't take that into consideration. That's absolutely true. I think that people do have a tendency to go for a more stable and secure, predictable career. And that's totally reasonable. It's more so about helping entrepreneurs who are like, I can't do this forever. like whatever they've chosen, or maybe they want more freedom and more time to do what they love and work with the people that they want to work with and make more money than they could possibly make as an employee. But yeah, a calling, inspiration, right? Like an intuitive, just this intuitive feeling. And I'm going to be talking about more about intuition as well. So picking back off where we left off, thank you, Jonathan, for that. I went down a lot of wrong turns, right? And I don't want to say wrong because it really ultimately led me to having profound clarity in my life. And I fucking know what I want to do, but it takes action. It takes moving outside of your comfort zone. It takes acting on intuition in order to get closer to where you want to be. And I think a lot of us, kind of like Jonathan was saying, is a lot of us depend a lot on our logical minds. What is sensible, what is practical. And what happens is when we're kind of waiting around for inspiration or clarity, and we're overthinking and feeling stressed and overwhelmed because we're depending on our logical mind, what we're not realizing is like, what is our mind's job? What's our mind's priority? And that is to keep us safe from perceived threats. You know, evolution, way back when our ancestors, like we did have to be in survival mode and look out for tigers, lions, and bears and make sure that we didn't get eaten or attacked or killed, right? And that's kind of evolved to the present time where our mind is still looking for those perceived threats. And maybe now those perceived threats are being seen, like going live, right? And putting yourself out there to be judged, to be criticized, to make a mistake, to fail, right? And our mind is kind of trying to keep us safe from all of these perceived threats. And it's trying to keep us safe, it's trying to keep us small, and it's keeping us stuck. So when we're depending on our logical mind, it's really not gonna get us much of anywhere because it just wants to stay safe. It wants to stay in the familiar and in the comfortability, and it's not gonna help us grow. It's not gonna help us get to where we want to be. It's not gonna help us achieve our dreams, which are outside of our comfort zone. So what we need to do instead is start listening to our intuition. Start listening to the guidance and the kind of nudges that we get from the universe, the quiet voice that we hear, and the action steps that are highly illogical. Like, intuition doesn't make any freaking sense. When I quit my job, I sold my house, I wanted to become an entrepreneur. That made zero logical sense. But it was the best decision, and those were the best decisions that I've ever made. And it was dependent and it was because I was listening and following my intuition and my heart and what felt right for me. Okay. So this is all about finding clarity. I'm going to help you, Jonathan, because you're not alone in feeling and relying a lot on your logical mind. That's everyone. And being able to follow your intuition is just like flexing a muscle. It's just like growing a muscle. And the more that you flex and grow it, the stronger it becomes. And the more that you're going to be following your heart versus staying stuck in your mind. And that's totally, there's zero judgment here. That's so many humans. That was me, for sure. I want to talk about intuition and sacred and inspired action, but I also first want to talk about what I'm not talking about. Okay. Reverse. But Lizzie, I don't know what I want to do. I don't know what to do next. You're going to receive guidance one step at a time. And it might be nerve-wracking when the universe is asking you to go outside of your comfort zone, or your intuition is, saying like, hey, go outside of your comfort zone. It's nerve-wracking. What I'm doing right now, like, it's scary, it's messy, but it's about taking action regardless. You feel the fear, but you do it anyway. And when you take action, it's gonna be messy. It's gonna be uncomfortable. Yes, Tanya, I love you. It's gonna be uncomfortable. It's gonna be awkward. It's gonna be clumsy. It's like when a baby deer is being born for the first time, and it's stumbling, trying to figure out how its limbs are working. Like, it's uncomfortable. It's awkward. It's messy. And that's exactly what it's going to be when you take your first steps going outside of your comfort zone, right? Like, I've never had 3 people on a live with me before. And it's just You just gotta do it, because your dreams and where you want to be is outside of your comfort zone. So you gotta take those action steps to do it. Oh my gosh. Okay. So Jonathan says, yeah, I want to play music in front of people, but I have stage fright. That is such a common thing. That is something that I completely experience. Thank you so much. That is something that I resonate with so much. And for the longest time, I love singing. I fucking love singing. It makes me feel so happy and so good. And I know that part of my goals, right? Part of going outside of my comfort zone and part of what I want to be doing, like I want to be able to be comfortable speaking in front of other people. I want to be able to be comfortable standing on stage. I want to be comfortable using my voice to help as many people as possible. And part of that is like putting yourself out there and speaking and putting yourself in those uncomfortable positions, no matter how messy or uncomfortable and awkward it might seem and might feel at first. The more you practice, the better you get. And I love singing, right? Singing is like, I love it. And it makes me feel so good. And I've had such a fear of singing in front of other people that it stopped me for a really long time doing what I love. But one day, my partner comes to me and he's like, hey, do you want to go to karaoke at this bar? A bar I've never been to. And I'm like, I've never done karaoke in front of other people. And especially strangers. I don't know, there's something even more terrifying about doing it in front of strangers. It is scary. You know, you're putting yourself out there on stage to be criticized or judged, or you might make a mistake and everybody's watching you. It is scary. But I got on that stage and I sang, and it was I was so nervous and anxious, and my heart was beating so fast. And it wasn't the best performance I've ever done, that's for sure. But getting over that hurdle and doing it once, I did 5 songs that night. And it's like, when I feel, and an opportunity presents itself to me, and it's like, hey, Lizzie, this is an opportunity for you to get closer to where you want to be, but it's going to require you to go outside of your comfort zone. It's going to spark some fear in you. I have to say yes. Like, I have to. It's not even a matter of like, I can't do it. It's like, I have to, because I know it's going to get me closer to where I want to be. I know it's going to help me grow. And I know that once I take this first step, I'm going to feel so good about myself, even if I fuck up completely, you know? Oh, that's so sweet. So you have done it. You've done it already. So it's not even about not being able to do it. It's just the stage fright. And if you're asking for advice, I would say feel it, feel the fear, and do it anyway, because the more you practice, the more you master it, and it's going to be, it takes those first messy steps to become a master at your craft. And that's what it's all about. That's all about like gaining clarity in your life, and being the most successful you is going outside of your comfort zone and being willing to grow outside of your comfort zone. Okay, so this is all about taking action, right? This is about taking action to find and be open to clarity in your life. What this is not is staying busy. Just staying busy doing things that you're comfortable with and staying in your comfort zone, because that's another thing that our mind does to trick us. Our mind does to trick us is to keep us busy, keep us distracted, keep us in our comfort zone, staying put, staying stuck. Okay, so this is not just doing just to do. It's being mindful of what you're doing, how you're spending your time, and just being willing to act on that inspiration. Like Jonathan, if someone says like, hey, how do you feel about opening for me? Or how do you feel about performing at my birthday? It's just like about being open to that, and it's gonna be scary, but how good are you gonna feel after you're done with that? You're gonna be like, I fucking did it. And it's gonna motivate you to take even more action and go even closer to your dreams and your goals and where your heart is leading you, which it definitely seems like music. Another amazing thing about following your, yes, 100%. And you're gonna be like, Tanvir said your self-image will change as a result. And it's like, you're proving to yourself that you can do it. And you're actually giving yourself the chance to show yourself how capable you are. It's really good stuff. Really good. So something really cool about taking action when you feel fear and you're taking action on that is being guided by your intuition, right? This is what we call inspired and sacred action. Inspired action is when you're taking an action because your intuition gave you guidance. You're acting on that guidance from your intuition. Sacred action is super similar. It's also guided from your intuition, but it sparks fear. It's like uncomfortable. It's stretching you. It's causing some growing pains. It's like maybe causing some nervousness, some anxiety. But the sacred actions, and once you take those sacred actions, that's what's going to lead to absolute magic. So much magic on the other side of that sacred action. And the more that you take these sacred and inspired actions in your life, the more you're consistent with them, the more you follow through on the guidance that you're receiving, the more the universe is going to trust you, right? I feel really excited to help aspiring entrepreneurs have more freedom, more time, more money, more of what they love to do, and just more joy in their life, right? But it takes being able to handle more. The universe can only give you what you can handle. But if you're telling the universe, I'm willing to go outside of my comfort zone, I'm willing to do this thing that's really uncomfortable, but I'm being guided, the universe is going to be like, oh, they can handle it. I'm going to give them even more guidance, even more next steps, even more clarity on what they're doing, because I know that they can handle more. Because what we're asking for in life, and especially as entrepreneurs, is we're asking to be able to handle more, but it's up to us to be able to take action and prove that we can handle more. And then we're going to be trusted with more guidance, more inspiration, more of what we want. But you got to give something first and go outside of that comfort zone more and more. Let's see, what am I doing? I want to give you an example of this. Yesterday when I it's like, yes, every week I go live. If you want to catch me live and you're watching this, shout out to the people live with me. Like, shout out to you guys. Also, if you are watching the replay and you want to catch me live, like, make sure to catch me live on Tuesdays at 12. But I go live every week, right? But yesterday I had no idea what I was going to share about. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go live because that's what my intuition is asking me to do, and asking me to be consistent, right? Every week. And usually I have no idea about what I'm going to share until the morning of. And it's mostly up to me to just trust that the inspiration is going to come through. That the next steps are going to be provided to me when I need them, in the perfect timing. And it literally, I got inspiration to share about what actually gives you clarity, about what actually gives you clarity, and I feel stoked about it. And then I freaking went live earlier. I was outside and I was rewatching it, and my mic cut out, you know? So it's like, just gotta follow the steps one by one. And now, like, I get to share this with people actually live. Like, people are actually on my live. And apparently my mic is working this time, and I feel it feels more expansive and more exciting. And when we follow those intuitions and our intuition and the guidance and take action, that's when the magic happens. I feel the magic right now. That's literally what's happening right now. So it's just about trusting that it's going to come through, and it's just up to you to take the action steps. Have I said action too many times? Because that's what's actually going to give you clarity and inspiration in your life, and it's going to lead you to your desires and your dreams. That's all I want to share. Okay. We're coming to the end of this live. Thank you so much for joining me. I want to share a little bit. If any of this is like sparking anything with you, I probably could have introduced myself. I'm Lizzie. I help aspiring entrepreneurs make their first $1,000 in business so that they can get started, so that they can take those first action steps to actually create the firm foundation that they need in order to build and grow their business. And that firm foundation is what all of your future success is going to build off of. And it's all about taking action. It was nice meeting you. Stick around. It's all about taking action, and it's all about starting to do these things and taking those messy, uncomfortable steps, but ultimately getting closer to where you want to be, which as an entrepreneur, you have so many opportunities that are available to you, like making more money, having more time, more freedom in your schedule, setting your own hours, being your own boss, helping the people that you want to help, and helping the people you're meant to help. So if any of this resonates with you, I am launching something next month that's only available to 5 founding members. So it's super exclusive. If you want to be the first notified to know when I am launching next month, be sure to sign up for my priority waitlist at the link in my bio or at lizziebeloved.com. Abby's asking, what business do I do? So I help aspiring entrepreneurs make their first $1,000 in business, and it's all about getting started. That's what it is. Because the first step in anything that you do that's the hardest is it's the first one. The first step is always the hardest, and it's about, getting comfortable on those like baby deer legs, right? Like not knowing what not knowing, just following your intuition and what your heart is guiding you to do. But yeah, if you're interested, Abby, and anybody else, like, sign up for that priority waitlist. I also send exclusive updates and helpful, fun, helpful emails like every other day. And to make sure to tune in next week, I go live at noon Eastern Standard Time on Tuesdays. And you're witnessing me taking some messy action right now. But yeah, lizziebeloved.com or at the link in my bio. Let me know if you have any questions. DM me if you have any questions. And Jonathan, I do have a cat. I have 2 cats. Do you see him? Okay, let me see if I can zoom out. Can I zoom out? Okay. That's awesome, Abby. I hope I'm Abby. I hope I'm saying it right. Yes. Thank you for following. Thank you for supporting me. Cause I know you. Like I've seen you around. He's a Himalayan cat. Okay, perfect. Awesome. Thank you guys so much for joining me. This was really exciting. I haven't had this many like live people on, and it's definitely stretching me. And I'm really grateful for this opportunity, you guys. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm gonna be posting several times this week. I have like a good lineup of videos this week, so I'm really excited. And Jonathan, encouraging you to share your music, because it sounds like that's what your heart is guiding you towards, and probably one of your gifts and talents that you're meant to share with the world. All right, love you all so much. Have an amazing day. I'll see you later.